going? Today, I want to show you my
for every moment you made each other.
check. I was muted the entire time. I really need to get better at that. Lovely. All right. Well, let me start over. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is good to see you here. My name is Joshua David Ling. I'm the big dog. I am Mr. Rhyme and Space. And tonight we're going to be writing a couple things from the world of Rhyme and Space. Got a couple people on Facebook right now, including my buddy Chris Reyes, who has just informed me that we're going to be doing the Avengers Infinity War review for Story to Scream podcast on Thursday. So I figured, why not add it to the stream? We're going to be doing that on Thursday, so that will be a spoiler-filled review this coming Thursday. I want to shout out to Godly Geek in the chat on Twitch, my wife Casey, and Chris Reyes in the chat on Facebook, in and out. And if you want to check out our Discord, rhymeandspace.com/Discord, you can check it all out there. There's a bunch of cool stuff going on there, fun community, etc. So let's see here. Anything else going on? Doesn't appear so. Tonight I'm just going to be playing some Kevin MacLeod music for those of you who don't know. Incompetech.com, fantastic site for royalty-free music. Facebook was getting a little bit snippy about me playing Glorious, Bobby Roode's theme from WWE. So I figure, you know what, just go ahead and go back to the old school way of doing things with some royalty-free music. All right, let's go ahead and spin our wheel for tonight to see what we're going to be writing first. Let me go on down here to my spin wheel. Ooh, kind of a little Spy Jam going there or something. I like that. 70s Spy Jam. Spin that wheel. Unfortunately, to see the wheel, I kind of need to come over here to the craziness that is the Hallway of Doom. I think that's what I'm going to call it, the Hallway of Doom, when I look at OBS. I decided to change things up. Orange. Let's take a look here. Which one's orange? Orange is Bards vs. Zombies. Excellent. I decided to change things up on the look of my stream to give some more space for what's it called? Actual being able to read, since my thing is so text heavy. And also shout out to Aurora Mandeville in the chat on Twitch. Good to see you as always, checking things out, moderating the Twitch chat. Thank you so much. Not that there's much to moderate yet. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, big money, big money. All right, so we're gonna go to Bards vs. Zombies tonight. Gonna get things going there. Let's find where that one is. Here we go. Yeah, I think this format works a lot better. I think people can see the words and things a lot better, but I am still going to make things a little bit bigger so we can read them as we go. Because some people are on tiny little devices, or possibly on tiny little devices, so. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Where did I leave off? Number 3, chapter 3 is going to be the band is celebrating a particularly nice gig at a nice steakhouse. Jacob is very happy and divides the pay generously, and they order. After they order, he looks up at a TV above the bar and sees a newscast about an outbreak of disease in Wichita. He is worried, and Leah asks why. He says they're headed to Wichita. All right, so we'll do this kind of at a bar. We did kind of a folk song that I think I am going to record an actual song for this one. Wait, no, that was the... Let's see. Yep. I'm going to probably record that one another time, called You Gave Us More. Kind of a folk song about them traveling together. So now we're moving on into this chapter here. All right. The band is celebrating at a particularly nice gig at a nice steakhouse. Let's start out with laughter, shall we? The laughter echoed off the walls of let's call it the Bones. That sounds like a good, fun, weird steakhouse, right? At the Bones Bar and Grill. Meta Avenue, that's our band's name. Celebrated. A show that was full of thrills. Let's reload. I don't think I'm offline. I think I'm still streaming. Yep, looks like I am. Oh, look! Yay, you can comment, TK. TK Wilson, another great writer from Fellowship and Fairy Dust. Good to see you on Facebook. Excellent. So we'll keep moving on. All right. Laughter echoed off the walls of the Bones Bar and Grill. Meta Avenue celebrated a show that was full of thrills. Ember threw her straw at Mikey, who sold it like a grenade. Leah nearly fell on the floor before Jacob said to behave. Settle down, y'all. It's time for pay. Here are your envelopes. Don't spend it all in one place. We have a lot of traveling to go. All right. Let's see here. Why not invite some friends? I'm going to go ahead and invite some friends here. Just so they can see what's going on. Just a couple. Couple of people. Alright, that'll do for now. I'll invite more later if I feel like it. Alright. This is a little different doing it this way. You guys get to see a lot more of what I'm doing. I hope it's not too scatterbrained. I am doing a lot. But I don't mind, and it does help me feel like I'm actually writing with people instead of all by myself. So, anyway. Settle down, y'all. It's time for pay. Here are your envelopes. Don't spend it all in one place. We have a lot of traveling to go. Oh, close the... Alright. Following the money distribution. They all ordered what they'd want. Should be what they wanted. Following the money distribution, they all ordered what they wanted. Not a care in the world was had. They cheered and they wanted partied. It's a little bit too. Let's go to Rhyme Zone. See how we do here. Hello, Benjamin, joining the chat tonight. Got our stories being written, just so you're aware. Thanks for coming and joining. Let's see here. Need a rhyme for wanted. So I'm going here. Daunted, haunted. Let's go near rhymes. Rhyme Zone's a great place, just so everyone knows. Blunted, bonded, bonnet. I'm gonna go with partied. It's close as any of these. And they partied. Partial rhyme, not that great, but it does end with ED and has a T sound in it, so one same sort of vowel sound, I think, too. Kind of. Following the money distribution, they all ordered what they wanted. Not a care in the world was had. They cheered and they partied. Until upon the TV screen above the bar, Leah saw a news report that made her sick, and the flesh on her skin crawl. She tapped Jacob on the shoulder and pointed for him to see what the news was breaking now. In another city. They read the captions that went by, and here is what they said.
Dude, this lady's last name is Rasmussen.
Rax muscle?
Hold on, let me try to see again.
Two turned and saw the report.
Plaintiff is Zachary Vanilla.
Okay, that's real. My wife's watching a judge show. She says someone's name is Zachary Vanilla, and I think I heard Rax Muscle as a last name.
Yeah, Angela Rasmussen.
And Angela Rax Muscle. I feel like quoting Spider-Man here. Okay, we're using our made-up names. Ah, good times, good times. That's not an Infinity War spoiler. That was in the trailer. And the TV spots and like everything. So let's see here. Okay. Get back to it. The other two turned and saw the report of an outbreak in Wichita. Jacob's expression turned cold and pale. Jaw, saw, law, paw, straw, raw. That's exactly where we're headed. Emily Thomas, good to see you. Jenny, welcome register. Good to see you as well. What's up, Jenny? Haven't talked to you in a while. Oh, boy. Yep, we're writing our stories tonight. We're on Bards versus Zombies. You can follow along. I'm going to read through once I finish this section here. That's exactly where we're headed. Let's see. See what the outline says here. And everybody felt cold and raw. You know what? I don't mind ending with that kind of weird triple rhyme thing going on there. I think that'll work. Because I kind of want that cliffhanger feeling to it. So I always liked how those sorts of things kind of spiral out. Those kind of just rhyme one more time, kind of half time with the thing you rhymed before. So we'll go with that. We'll call this one Da Bones. This sounds like a place you want to go, right? Da Bones. Okay, we'll read through this one real quick before we move on to the next one. The laughter echoed off the walls of Da Bones Bar and Grill. Meta Avenue celebrated, a show that was full of thrills. Ember threw her straw at Mikey, who sold it like a grenade, and Leah nearly fell on the floor before Jacob said to behave. Settle down, y'all, it's time for pay. Here are your envelopes. Don't spend it all in one place. We have a lot of traveling to go. Following the money, let's see, I'm getting some, let me see, who's saying hi to me? Oh, in the Discord, getting some people talking, apparently. But that's not in the Discord that I'm looking at. That's in another one. Okay. I was wondering where those beeps were coming from. Let's see. I'll look at that later. Settle down, y'all. It's time for pay. Here are your envelopes. Don't spend it all in one place. We have a lot of traveling to go. Following the money distribution, they all ordered what they wanted. Not a care in the world they had. They cheered and they partied. Until upon the TV screen above the bar, Leah saw a news report that made her sick and the flesh of her skin crawl. A little redundant with the flesh on her skin. It should be flesh of, because it's like doubly fleshy, kind of zombie foreshadowing. She tapped Jacob on the shoulder and pointed for him to see what the news was breaking now in another city. They read the captions that went by, and here is what they said. Nearly 100 people infected, all of them reportedly dead. The other two turned and saw the report of an outbreak in Wichita. Jacob's expression turned cold and pale. What's wrong, my big bear claw? That's exactly where we're headed, and everybody felt cold and raw. Yeah, I like how that kind of spirals out to a weird ending. Kind of cuts off. Okay, I don't know who this is. Oh, okay. In General of Ling family? I don't know who that is. But we'll go with that. That's another Discord, not ours. Why am I getting distracted? Let's see here. Excellent. So we've got this one written. I think it's time to go ahead and spin that wheel again. Spin that wheel. Spin, spin, spin. Down into the hallway of doom, we shall spin the wheel. Hallway of doom. What we got? Red. I believe that's World of Courage, or not World of Courage, Guardians of Atlanta. Okay, yes. All right. Let's look at Guardians of Atlanta Season 2 then. Excellent. We did create a pretty interesting kind of arc that we're working with last time we were doing this. Okay. Red Death was working on raising a trio of legends known as the Fates while he was trying to raise Harbingula. They're less powerful than Harbingula, but he plans to use them on the Guardians for what they did to his plans regarding his Witch Queen. Greet chorus at the beginning and ending of each episode with the Fates. We know nothing about them toward the beginning of the season, but they become more important as we go, and we're revealed more. William doesn't... The character arcs will be spiritual blind spots. William doesn't take responsibility for the feelings of others. Bobby doesn't take responsibility for real and meaningful things. Amira doesn't take responsibility for who she hangs around. Sirius doesn't take responsibility for improving herself. Alright, big bads. We got the Fates. We are not creating someone new, at least not. We might in the individual episodes, but that's our big bad. Overall theme. Being a man/woman and taking responsibility. Episode ideas. So right now I've got some episode ideas. Right now I'm working on creating the whole season kind of in outline form. And then we're going to, break out and work on the individual episodes. So, A Christmas Story wherein William is being hard-headedly reformed about not celebrating Christmas. He ends up hurting the people he loves and realizing that he's being a bad example for Amira. On New Year's Eve, he proposes to her. An episode where Bobby is haunted by his past, most especially Tina Martinez, and he actually looks her up and finds out what happened to her. He does this all alone, but Sirius catches up with him and comforts him, letting him keep his cool guy image up in front of the others. An episode where Sirius is fighting for the greater good, is against fighting for the greater good because it would change Atlanta too much. She passively fights against the team and eventually is confronted with her trespasses. Okay, and then I need one for... That's 3, really. I need one for Amira. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Amira... tries hanging out with William, but he is legitimately too busy helping out with intel to the soldiers of fortune. She decides she's going to go out herself, and we see how subtly yet completely she's changed when her surroundings change. In the end, she ends up fighting more against herself than anything external, and returns to William to regain strength. Okay. So that'll work. By the way, so whoever's interested, Amira's powers are that she copies other people's powers, but she cannot control what she copies. She actually copies anything that's special about any particular individual person, and she can't turn it off. So if she runs in with the wrong crowd, she's going to be not that great. But it's a very subtle thing that people wouldn't notice unless she's copying someone really extraordinary. So that's what that episode's all about. So we've got 4 main kind of episodes about these characters. I usually do like 9 or 10 episodes to a season. We have 4 right here. We need to start building the fates too. Probably gonna intersperse those stories. Let's see. I think that kind of the big focal point for the finale will need to be William and Amira's wedding. Yeah. So I think that's what we're working towards. Working towards Amira and William's wedding. The fates have chosen that moment to strike because they believe they're most vulnerable then. Oh, you know what would be cool? Okay, I'm thinking of a pattern I want to do. Let me kind of draw out this pattern here. Kind of a binary. Stories more about the too wordy. Stories about hero responsibility. Stories about villain responsibility. I can't spell. Blah. Spelling. There we go. Good question where the wedding should take place. I have plenty of places in Atlanta where it could take place, because it's going to take place somewhere in Atlanta. But I'm thinking Fox Theater, just because it's such a very, what's the term, of such a very historic place, and a lot of people do weddings there. I hate being a vendor there. I should digress. My father ran a DJ business for a long time, and I did it with him. And the loading in and out of the Fox Theater is actually dangerous. So I'll just leave it at that. The ballrooms at the Fox Theater, I should say. But the Fox Theater really does seem like a good place to go for that. So let's see. All right. So this is the pattern I'm going to do. I'm going to do 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. That's 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2, 2. And the 2s will be the season finale. Season finale wedding. Okay, so that's the pattern we're going to go with. So I need to... We'll start with the Christmas episode like I wanted. That kind of sets up the whole wedding situation right at the beginning of the season. Okay, villains in Atlanta. They're going to be dealing with a lot more street level villains in this situation, I think. Which I kind of like. It kind of takes the tone down a little bit. There was a lot of like world-ending death kind of stuff happening in the first season. In this one, we actually see that they are actually focused on taking care of Atlanta. But you say, how about when in the series? Oh, the wedding? Yeah, it's going to be the finale, you'll see. Anyway. Alright, so next, let's come up with some villains. I'm going to just write down the villain ideas first and then flesh out the actual episode. An Asian man who runs a business of taking people off the streets but giving them nefarious jobs on and off the streets. He's basically a sugar daddy who just thinks he's taking care of people, but when it comes down to it, he couldn't care less about the people. It's all his own conscience. I'm just gonna leave that as a concept. I think I'm going to actually go into, not do the full outlines of these villain episodes in this giant season outline. When I actually get to those episodes, I'll do a more detailed outline. But, this pretty much writes itself, I feel like. That one right there. I've been wanting to do that kind of a story for a while. I've had that idea for a villain in my head as a street-level villain. They do have superhero names. They aren't used as much because it's a little bit more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.y kind of thing. Before Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I was writing this way before Avengers, anything, whatever else. But they are Crusader. William is Crusader. He is the leader. Then you have Bobby is Phantasma, or the Great Phantasma, as he calls himself. You have Amira Kadru, also known as Mirror, and Cirrus Cyclone Jones. She's known as Cyclone. So those are them. Crusader, Phantasma, Mirror, and Cyclone. So let's see. And only Amira and Cirrus Cyclone have powers, but William is a specially trained knight, modern day knight, and Bobby, the Great Phantasma, is a magician who actually uses like the most amazing kaleidoscope technology anyone's seen to create illusions in thin air. It's actually an old art, but it's very technologically advanced for what we know of kaleidoscopes. So anyway, so let's see. An episode, okay, that we do the Bobby episode. We'll follow that one up with, let's see. That's the Bobby episode. What kind of villains can we do? Let's do a villain generator and just see what we can come up with. I always love doing those. Villain generator. I was doing this a little bit last time when I was coming up with my big bads. Let's do random. Generate villain. Scheme. Passion. Raise or restore a dead loved one. Ooh, that would work perfectly after him. Let me see what they actually have, though. Method, agricultural devastation, crop failure. That doesn't make sense, but okay. The villain's power is broken if the death of his true love is avenged. Okay, unusual hair color, charisma, persuasive, forceful, born leader, constitution, sickly, pale, talent, perfect memory, mannerism, fidgets, interaction trait, irritable, ideal, fairness, protective of a sentimental keepsake, shameful or scandalous history. I do want to have like a superpowered villain, but I always feel like they really should be explained, and my universe is pretty protective of superpowers. I don't go, as much as I love Doctor Strange, I don't go all Doctor Strange on things and give unlimited cosmic power. Let's see here. What can we... Let's do a superpower generator. Generator, I said. This one's kind of catchy. Alright, superpower generator. I like this whole sickly, charismatic guy who lost his love kind of thing. But I'm like, what are his powers? Super balance. Manipulating plants. Immunity to most diseases and transforming into a liquid. Ooh. Ooh. What if I had a guy? What if I had a guy? Oh yeah, itty bitty living space, classic. Little bit like I'm not really thinking like Two-Face. I'm thinking more emo, actually. I'm thinking more of an emo guy. Like a Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance or something like that. Although I do kind of already have that. I have something kind of like that. He's more Johnny Depp-ish, though. Anyway, but, and he's a higher up villain that I don't want to use yet. Anyway, what if we made this guy, what if his backstory to whatever his power is, he tried to commit suicide to be with his loved one, and now he seemingly can't die? I'm not exactly sure how to make someone nearly like invulnerable like that, but yeah, I'm just not really sure. There's so many kinds of ideas and ways though, but it has to be something semi-believable, something that would happen in Atlanta. Let's see. I really like that idea though. Let's see, let's see. How do you get invulnerability? Well, with Deadpool, it was a weird super cancer, basically. Mutant gene plus super cancer. Let's see. Ooh, okay, all right. Sickly emo laboratory nerd injects himself with whatever he finds on hand because he's trying to commit suicide because he wants to be with this woman, and ends up making himself invulnerable. I like that. He definitely needs a supervillain name, even if he doesn't call himself that. Even if I never actually use it in the actual text, I need to designate him. I need to give him a courage designation. Let's go to the source and look up the word sickly. Of course, I could always make him Sickly Sam, like from Homestar Runner. From the Homestar Runner show, Sickly Sam. Oh, I wrote Sickly Sam in there. I didn't mean to write Sickly Sam, just the word sickly. Ailing, cranky, feeble, infirm, lackluster. Languid. That's a cool word. Let's look at languid, but like see what stuff means, what languid means. Phlegmatic. Weary. That's kind of getting what I'm... Got a good first name for him. His first name is Layden. Samuels. AKA... Pooped. Let's see. Someone who's tired. Let's look up the word tired. Someone who's just so tired of everything. Narcoleptic is closer, but it's like the narcoleptic or narcoleptic. It sounds more right, but it's not. That's the thing. Let's look up languid again. Lethargic. Oh, hello, excuse me. Go away. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Laggard. Languorous. These are a lot closer. Supine. Torpid. Stupefied. I know a wrestler who was named Stupefied. Somnolent. Let's look at some of these. torpid. See the definition of torpid. Supine. Yeah, that's like horizontal. I don't want that. Somnolent. Torpid might work. Yep, I think torpid's what we're gonna go with. It's an interesting word. Layden Samuels is torpid. I think that'll work. Torpid. Alright. Is a genetic scientist whose fiance dies. He takes it so hard that he tries to commit suicide, but by injecting himself with a handful of unknown needles and instead makes himself invulnerable. Nigh invulnerable, I'll say. He's hell bent on raising his fiance through science and wants to steal many things and kill anyone who stands in his way. We'll go with that. Yes. Whew. That's intense. Okay. So we got one supervillain there. Alright. Let's see here. Let's go back to that whole generate villain. Scheme, magic. Build or construct a magical device. Method. It should be defamation, humiliation. The villain falls when an ancient enemy forgives its past actions. This really isn't fitting what I'm going for. Too magic. This one's catchy. I like this one. Kind of loud though. There we go. Okay. DC hadn't already used Dead Man. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think Torpid worked out. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Let's go back to this guy and figure out what we got. Wealth, control natural resources or trade. Method, religion, desecration. A hidden object holds the villain's soul. Unusual eye color. Okay, so this is getting kind of interesting, but... Alright, so the previous episode we're dealing with the hero in this case, and they don't all have to echo one another, but I kind of like when they do. An episode where Sirius is against fighting for the greater good because it would change Atlanta too much. She passively fights against the team and eventually is confronted with her trespasses. Okay. I had this idea of twins for some reason, because you know we always see like twins on the good side. Wonder Twin powers activate, but what about like an evil set of twins? Wait, I already have one of those. They're also later villains that I don't want to get into yet, I don't think. Although I might. Do I bring out Rose and Lily now? Do I bring out Rose and Lily now? Oh, it's such a hard question. Rose and Lily. For what purpose, though? The Fates kind of have everything. Yeah, I can't really bring them out yet. Let's try again. Mayhem, spread of viral contagion. Bounty hunting or assassination. The villain loses its power if a mystic bargain is struck long. If a mystic bargain it struck long ago is completed. Exceptionally ugly. Constitution hardy. That's kind of funny. Ooh, okay. All right, we can work with a legend here. Legends, by the way, in this universe are essentially objects that have been imbued with the, think of it as a soul AI. It's not an actual soul, but it's like the AI of a soul, the artificial intelligence, kind of put into an object mystically. And like if a person gets the object, then they turn, like they're essentially possessed by that AI. So anyway, I'm thinking of a legend here. A legend that is neither smart nor cunning, but immensely powerful, is trying to restore all of Atlanta to pre-Cherokee ancient days. That sounds good enough. Yeah, that'll be simple. That kind of fits with the previous one too. So Amira tries hanging out with William. Legitimately too busy. Okay, so the next one will be kind of the build up for the Fates. Oh wait, no, this is the Fates, isn't it? Yeah. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do a 4-part finale. Do I really only have 6 though? Let's see here. See what we got going on. Like the Golem? Oh, like yeah, kind of like a golem, yeah, or whatever. Yeah, the I know what you're talking about. I know about those monsters. Yes. All right, let's see here. Okay. Well, I'd like the idea of a 4-parter. I think I can make a 4-parter that's really good too. I did a 3-parter last season, so it shouldn't be too hard. Let's just say 4-parter with Fates. Introduce the plague's inner circle as well. So we'll go ahead and in this one, because Red's so vengeful, Red Death is so vengeful, introduce his essentially Black Order. It seems every time like I come up with an idea, Marvel And I know they did some of these things in the comics earlier, but like, yeah, they take a lot of my ideas, but you know, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with doing my own twist on something. It's superheroes, for heaven's sakes. There's only so many different things you can do with superheroes, and honestly, I think my world is pretty unique. It's fairly magical while still being grounded, which is a weird kind of comic book type thing that I don't really feel like is around. You know, it's either like all technology or, you know, whatever. Anyway, so that's what we got. Got a few things to do around here, and I did get a lot done on Guardians of Atlanta. This has been a really, really fun stream, so I think I'm gonna actually cut it here for tonight. We'll go ahead and do a couple extra things real quick. So if you like, you can head over to rymanspace.com. I'm heading there now so you can see this as I do it. I have all my stories for you to read in the library right here, from Bards vs. Zombies to Fairy Tales, Ghost Trucker, Shape, World of Courage, Harmadonia, World of Lactia, World of Otherworld, and World of Wrestling. All kinds of really fun stuff to read, all in rhyme, all in epic poetry. You can also join our Discord. You can go to Patreon, link right here, and you can sign up to pledge some money toward what we're doing here. We're working on some products. That'll be product episode is going to be sometime around, let's see, today is Tuesday. That'll actually be on Thursday minus the Infinity War review. For Story to Screen podcast. So you can check that out. Also, check out the Story to Screen podcast in iTunes. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight for Rhyme and Space. I'm Joshua David Ling, signing out. And it'll take me a minute to sign out, so ignore the just sitting there. Hello, Barbara Manthe Dunn. And goodbye, y'all.